Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down this brand new spark drop here in NBA 2K24 my team, talking about which cards are worth targeting and which cards not quite so much here in NBA 2K24. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily my team content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with 5'3" Muggsy Bogues. This card had better be a god. I am excited to do gameplay with this card. I do not think he will be exceptionally good, but he is, as I expected, basically a 100 overall, pretty much. 99 speed and excel, 99 sweep ball, 97 three ball, 90 driving dunk, 80 interior, 80 block, and 97, 98 perimeter stats, basically. Badge-wise, he has 57 Hall of Fame badges, including pretty much every single important Hall of Fame badge in the game. And he does. He has Patty Mills base, Kyle Korver base on very quick with Pro 2 fade, and perfect sigs pretty much outside of Harden behind the back instead of Jamal Murray, which is still probably the second best behind the back in the game. As a whole, this card is going to be an absolute blast to use. Is he going to be actually competitively viable in the slightest? Not even close. Is he even going to be what I would consider an elite level card despite having perfect stats, badges, and animations? Pretty much. No. But with a release that this good and with his lack of size and then being 90 driving dunk and stuff, number one, slashing through and dunking the ball with a 5'3" player, fun. Number two, Patty Mills base on a 5'3" player, fun. Just using 5'3" players, period, is going to be a fun time. Now, is he a huge mismatch size-wise? 100%. And will that impact his offensive ability as well? 100%. But he's going to be fun to use, and I will be doing gameplay with this card because he's going to be, that's it. He's going to be fun. And that's enough for me with a Muggsy Bogues cards. Because here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest. This spark drop, I wasn't super high on it yesterday. I'm a little higher now knowing that the last opal is Tony Kukoc, who's actually very good. We'll get to him in a second. But if they're ever going to drop Muggsy Bogues, I'm fine with it. Muggsy Bogues is the biggest troll card in the world. I'm totally fine with him getting a card, especially if it's a semi-good card like this. He's not good, but he's got good animations and stuff, so he's going to be fun to use. Tony Kukoc, 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. Hotspots from literally everywhere. 27 Hall of Fame badges include posterizer, precision dunker, ton of shooting badges, good playmaking, although gold handles for days, and then Hoff, chase down, clamps, and fast feet, and every other defensive badge on gold, plus 90 plus defensive stats. Will make him a solid defender. Not a ton of incredible Hoffs, but he's got all the key gold badges, every gold badge, which is fine. And 90 plus defensive stats, again, at 6'11" at the 3. So a lot of size, the 3, that's valuable. That type of height at the 3 is very valuable. Does have some good playmaking, great shooter, good athlete, can finish well, good speed. Release, I think, is pretty solid. Pro 2 fade, Trey escape, Steph's drag back, could be Jamal Murray behind the back as well. Well, it says pro there, but they changed his drag back, so it might be Jamal. We'll see. We'll see if that's Jamal or not. But this card, he looks good. I mean, he's got good sigs. He's got a nice release. He's got really solid stats of badges, and he's 6'11" at the 3. That's a very, very solid Galaxy Opal and Kukoc. He's probably the best, quote-unquote, Opal today in terms of a competitive viability, and honestly, he might rival Cat for best card today, period. This Kukoc card looks really, really solid, and I find it weird they didn't include him on the teaser yesterday because he is actually far more desirable than a guy like Bogdan Bogdanovic is, for sure, when it comes to the this type of drop. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't promote it yesterday, but him being part of this set certainly makes this set better. Now, Roy Hibbert, 7'2", 7'6" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 27 Hall of Fame badges include a bunch of dunking and a bunch of defense with blow by and speed booster. Not a surprise there. He needs gold agent, 3 blinders, dead-eye, limitless range, open looks, handles for days, things of that nature. If you badge this card out fully, it will help. He's got good speed, especially as a 7'2" player. Again, he's 7'2", so 89 speed, that's good enough. 82 three ball, also I think good enough. 95 standing and 85 driving dunk, defensively phenomenal. This card is awesome, except Brook Lopez base, Vince Carter upper. That is a hideous release. Even on very quick, that's a pretty hideous release. Y'all will see what I mean when I do gameplay with him later today. It's the same release that his Pink Diamond card from early in the year had, if y'all remember that card. And while I do think he will be fun to use, I do not at all think he will be the best when it comes to a free center or something like that. As solid as the card could be, and as solid as I think the card will be, it's just a release that bad kind of kills a card. The one thing he does have going for him is he plays the center position, which is the easiest position to get away with a mediocre release. A lot of even the top cards in the game still do have mediocre releases, but the thing is, if you have a guy like a Dikembe Mutombo who's free, Artist Gilmore who's a budget card is probably better. Not budget, but buyable card is probably better. And then obviously your top gambling bigs, especially the Wimbies and Big Z's and guys like that, he's not on that level. That being said, he's probably a borderline top 10 center in the game. He's a top 5-ish free center in the game, and I think he'll be a solid enough card, especially for somebody who is looking for a center, somebody who might be newer to the game. This Spark Drop, I will say, gives you a good big, gives you a good wing, and gives you another good power forward as well with Cat, who we'll get to here in a second. But Bogdanovic, probably not quite as good. 6'5" with 6'11" wingspan. This card is not horrific, but he's not an exceptional defender, especially at only 6'5", gold movable enforcer. Half handles for days is nice. Wasn't sure if they'd give him that. They did. That is nice. That does help a bit. The card's not awful, but it's certainly not great. 90 driving dunk, 95 3 ball, 93 speed, 91 excel, 92 speed with ball. The release is good. I will say that. I remember using his Amethyst early in the year and really liking his release. I know that's going to be a good jumper. Sigs looks solid as well. Kemba escape, Curry slide, Curry drag back, MJ dribble stop, Pro 2 fade. Like, not a bad looking card. Just not a top tier elite looking card, especially at 6'5" at the shooting guard position. There's been a lot of shooting guards available in the last few weeks, both for free and also as like budget buyable type cards that are really good and likely overall better than this Bogdanovic card. Well, he's not awful. He's certainly not great. Honestly, to me, he's the least interesting of today's cards because Muggsy is a troll card and Hibbert and Kukoc both look better than Bogdan does. Isaiah Thomas is going to be as awesome as a 6'1" point guard can be pretty much, although he's not exceedingly athletic, only an 85 driving dunk, gold posterizer precision dunker. That's kind of the one area he's slacking a little bit, but he's an exceptional defender, an exceptional playmaker, and an exceptional shot maker. The problem with the card is despite exceptional stats and badges and the ability to do all those things at an elite level, a 6'1" height is not going to cut it. With that being said, Luke Kennard base, outside of Patty Mills base, that's damn near the best base in the game. This is a really, really good jump shot. Kobe upper as well. It's the same upper or same jump shot, I believe, that it's the same jumper he's had on his other cards this year, but it's an awesome jumper. If y'all have seen any of the Isaiah Thomas gameplays I think I did gameplays on both of these cards actually, but I remember did his diamond. I remember really liking the jump shot. And the Sigs are top tier as well. Like, this card is going to be really good. There's no doubt about it in my mind at all that this Isaiah Thomas is going to be a very fun card to use and a very good point guard as far as 6'1" PGs go. At the same time, that's a pretty big qualifier when you say as far as 6'1" PGs go, and unfortunately, that's a big enough qualifier to where I think it will really hold this card back as a whole. Unfortunately, he's not a bad card. I just don't think he's going to be top tier exceptional, which is okay. I still think he's going to be a super solid card, and I mean, for my Pistons fans out there who maybe grew up in the Bad Boys era, this is going to be a fun card to use. If this is a card that you're interested in, he'll be fun. He's not going to be unbelievable, but he's going to be fun. And then you got Cat, who's probably still the best card in today's drop. 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan at the 4 is perfectly good size. Hot spots from literally everywhere. 40 Hall of Fame badges, include all the shooting badges. Really good defense as well, including Clamps Interceptor on the perimeter, as well as all the key interior badges you could ask for and everything else important on gold. You could add Touch Passer, Pick Dodger, Space Creator if you'd like, but he's athletic, 95 steady, 90 driving dunk, good speed, great defender. Like, Cat's a good card. His animations are always a little bit soft, I feel like, in my team, but Pro 2 fade is certainly not bad. Sigs look pretty darn good as well. Like, as a whole, this Cat card looks really good. I think he's going to be a very, very solid option. And he's got a change behind the back, change drag back. Like, that change behind the back could very easily be Jamal Murray behind the back, and if it is, that updates his playmaking significantly as well. Like, this card is definitely looking like one of the very best free big men in the game for sure, especially at 7 foot. So I think he's going to be really good as a power forward, and he might actually be worth his grind, legitimately. So I was hating on the Spark Drop a little bit yesterday because it looked like it was only going to be Cat and Hibbert, basically. But Hibbert's fine. Luckily, there's an even better opal in Tony Kukoc, who is looking really solid as well. And then Muggsy Bogues as well. I mean, I knew he was going to be a troll card, but the fact they gave him Patty Mills base, Kyle Korver upper, and basically perfect Sigs and made him a GOAT card pretty much is not a GOAT card, but 100 overall card pretty much is a W, in my opinion. It's a huge W. It makes him a fun troll card to use, even if he's not going to be top tier at all. As a whole, between those 4 guys, this is kind of a fun drop. And then Isaiah Thomas as well, not awful. Bogey, I guess, is not horrible either, but he's certainly not the greatest. But I don't know. As a whole, it's not a terrible drop. It's better than I thought it was going to be yesterday. That is what I will say. And there are some cards in here who are interesting. And I think some cards in here who are going to make a lot of people's top squads. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.